Plus, he was accepted at a university for like a $94,000 scholarship.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's amazing.
Okay, so we went to the university the first day. And then the second, they showed us all this stuff about Disney and Star Wars. And we were the only ones who spoke the whole time during that tour. It was really weird. It was like our own tour or something. So I said, they're serious. And I was planning on working with them. And it was like a whole thing. So the next day we go check into Disney. We're there for like 3 days. Something goes down horrible there. So then we checked in over at like a third hotel. And at the third hotel, my brother kind of lost his mind, like stole my car and like took it to Gainesville, and he was living on the street and he was on the news for like breaking into a care facility to supposedly to try to get medicine for homeless people and stuff like this. But he told me when he stole the car that he was never coming back. And I reported that to you guys stolen at the time. And that's why that's part of the claim, or maybe that's associated with the claim. So a policeman arrested my brother. They put him in prison, and he's like, I have your car, come get your car. So I go all the way to Gainesville to get the car. I drive it back that night. The next day or so, the policeman calls me. He says, oh, I recovered some of your license and your registration and everything, okay? So come back and get it. So I'm driving all the way back to Gainesville, and it's nighttime. And I'm driving down a 70-mile-an-hour highway, and basically smack into the back of a truck that I was coming off a ramp that I didn't see. And the truck driver even said to me, I didn't see you. Where were you? And I didn't see him either. Okay? So I smacked into the back of the truck going about 70, maybe a little over, because, you're on the highway. And it's a 70-mile-an-hour highway, so I'm going the speed limit. And basically, I hit the thing. The airbag didn't go off. I veered off the road through a barbed wire fence. Almost hit a sign, but I pressed the brakes, and the car braked. I got out. It was smoking, So I got away from the car, and that's when the police officer and all them arrived. Well, first the truck driver, and then he told me that he's like, I was coming off a ramp. You didn't see me? I didn't see you. Like, we didn't see each other. That's the gist of it.
Okay.
Just an accident, But the police officer said it was my fault for some reason. I don't know. I'm not sure why. When we didn't see each other, I'm not sure why.
The truck didn't see you on his blind side, bro. That's what really happened.
Perhaps, yeah, because I don't know where he came from. I didn't see him coming off the ramp.
There's a blind side in trucks that big where they don't see.
Sorry, that's my brother.
Attention.
No, it's okay. So, as far as liability goes, just because, based off what I understand, we hit the other driver from the back. Geico, we would, by protecting you, we would make sure that if there are any damages to the back of that vehicle, we would cover that under the policy's property.
Okay, that's great. But he went driving on. I mean, he left the scene shortly after and everything. I didn't see him again.
Ask her what she just said.
She said they would cover his damage on his truck. It's a liability.
The other driver, their insurance company, they're the ones who reported it to Geico. So I'm assuming he called his insurance company after it happened.
Yeah, I called you. I reported it to you guys too.
Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah. So with that, your policy does have property damage with a limit of up to $25,000. For your vehicle, you do, as far as
that thing was so old. That thing was so old. It probably was only worth about that much.
Oh gosh, okay.
I mean, it was a great car. It was a great car. It was a great Buick. But by the time we were driving it, it didn't have air conditioning. And I needed to fix all that stuff. It's the truth, Brian.
I know it's the truth.
It had tape on the driver's side. They didn't know all this already. It's in the
I know,
report.
I know.
They had tape on the side of
I
the
didn't
window
say
to
that.
hold
I
the
didn't say
to
it.
hold
I
the
didn't say
mirror
it. I
in,
didn't say the lie.
and you know all
I didn't
that,
say
the
a word.
rear view mirror. But it worked.
Jesus.
You know, I could
Wow.
see.
Okay. Well, hey, you know, sometimes you just have to do that.
I wasn't
But,
even sure it would make it to Florida for the trip, but like we chanced it and it was fine. You know, till I hit the truck.
I do want to make sure we have your information correct on our claim as well here. I have your address is 4945 East Circle Drive, apartment 308 in Crestwood.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Let me update that. And then for the accident, were you injured or did you seek any medical treatment?
I was slightly injured. My right hand, I smacked it and it blew up, and it kind of is, you know, the swelling's gone down now. It still hurts. And I have a little pain in my, like, I think where the seatbelt was. Because the airbag didn't deploy or anything, but I am, like, I know that's where the seatbelt goes across my chest. So that must have, you know what I mean? But no, I went into the ambulance. Now, like, I'm a guy who has, like, a severe heart condition. Transposition grade arteries, all this. 4 pacemakers before that, you know, went in and out, and their batteries are dead. So I go in the ambulance and I'm like, they're like, oh, your heart's going like 228, you know? I'm like, yeah, but watch this. And I like lay back and take a couple breaths, and it goes back down to 70 normal rhythm. And the ambulance driver's like, I never seen anything like that in my life. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm good. You know, I said I could wiggle my fingers. Does that mean it's not broken? They're like, yeah, no, you're not broken, but it's going to swell up and hurt like the son of a bitch. And so everything was, they're like, you're pretty much fine. You know, we don't know. We're not doing x-rays here in the ambulance, but do you want to come to the hospital? And I go, hey, my brother was arrested. That stuff happened with Disney. I said, guys, like, level with me. They're like, if you go in the hospital, you're not getting out for quite a couple days. You know, you're going to be in there a while. And I said, who knows what can happen in there? So I didn't go in there.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I got you. Well, I'll definitely make note of that on our claim.
And like, all this stuff I'm telling you, I have it all documented. I know it sounds a little wacky.
No, it's okay. Trust me, it's all right there. I'm just going to ask a couple usage questions we normally go over for our claims. If it doesn't apply,
I even have a picture. I even have a picture of the car, like, after the accident.
Okay, no worries there. Is your vehicle used for any business or government use?
Well, you know, that's the thing. We were in the process of getting this scholarship when all this happened. So, yeah, it was business. But I don't own a business. I don't have an LLC.
We're just getting it started.
But I was just starting. I
I
was saving all my receipts, and I fully expected to be hired by Disney. But it didn't work out because my brother lost his mind.
Dude, we're gonna start something anyway.
So, yes, it was business. Of course it's business. But do I technically own a business? No, but it absolutely was business.
Okay.
You see what I'm
Are
saying?
you enrolled with any rideshare companies like Uber or Lyft to drive passengers for a fee?
No.
Perfect. Thank you there. Let me just update that. Was anyone inside of the vehicle with you when this happened?
No.
Okay. Thanks there. Let me just update that really quick.
You know, what was crazy was I was about 10 minutes from getting off the highway and meeting that officer and getting those IDs when I hit the truck. So it was like
Gosh,
by the
you're
skin of my
super
teeth.
close.
Yeah, super close. Ironically.
I just hate you had to experience that.
Hey, you know what? I'm
gonna
alive and
update
I'm
this.
alive and I'm walking around and like
That is a blessing.
using my right hand a little bit, you know. I got a brace on it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, we are just about done here. Let me just go ahead and wrap everything up here on this claim. So for the next steps, what Geico will do is we'll just make sure to reach out to the other party that's involved. We'll let them know, hey, we accept liability. If there's any damage to their vehicle, we'll want to take a look at it ourselves.
It was
and
a
set them
semi.
up with an inspection.
It was a semi truck. Not to interrupt you, but I don't think there was barely anything wrong. I mean, he drove away, but who knows? You know, I wasn't able to walk up to the truck and look at it. You know.
Okay, that's all right there. Well, other than that, it looks like for the most part, everything on our Geico claim for you is all up to date. There's no further handling that you would need to do at this time.
Well, what about?
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what about? You said it covers like 2,500 for my vehicle. Like, how does that go?
So the 2,500, that is your property damage. That covers the damage to the other person's vehicle. Now, in this case, your vehicle would have needed collision coverage, but I notice you don't carry that on the vehicle.
No, I'm poor. I'm disabled and poor. You know, I get disability from the government. Like, that's why I don't have that full coverage.
Okay,
But the car is total.
So in this case, your vehicle, that is something you would have to handle out of pocket yourself.
Right. Yeah, I know.
But we'll definitely protect you by covering that other vehicle there.
Well, that's good.
Perfect. And did you have any other questions I could answer while I have you here today?
No, that's great.
Okay. Well, I really do thank you so much for taking my call this morning, and I hope that you have a very safe rest of your weekend there.
All right. Can I ask your name?
Yeah, of course. My name is Keisha.
Keisha. Okay, Keisha. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
All right.
Bye.
I know.